Assalamualaikum and hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as you all know, BTS in UN, the week is going on and we are reacting to the contents of BTS at UN. So today we are gonna react to their speech along with the President Moon Jae-in's speech in the UN General Assembly. So yeah, this is the third time that BTS are giving speech in United Nations. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna say this time, how they're gonna represent the youth. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit long video, so bear with me please. And yeah, okay, let's go with the reaction. I have put in my headphones on and I'm gonna react to the video right now. Yeah, let me bring it up to the full screen. And okay, ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So first, the President Moon Jae-in of Republic of Korea is gonna give their speech. I think I do not know. He's at the stage. He has the podium. He's at the podium. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm just a little bit nervous.
President Abdullah Saeed, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, distinguished delegates. I am extremely delighted to join you at SDG Moment 2021. And I am grateful
And it's
for
not,
inviting me to
he
this special
does not have a women's voice. The translator is
A
speaking.
research institute of the United Nations recently released a report that found that all disasters in the world are interconnected. For instance, the heat wave in the Arctic and cold wave in Texas, as well as the COVID-19 pandemic and Cyclone Amphan that hit Bangladesh, are closely connected with one another through the links of carbon emissions and environmental destruction. If the problems are interconnected, then so be the solutions. When humanity transcends national boundaries to work together, that in and of itself would be first step towards surmounting a crisis. Right in this hall 6 years ago, the UN agreed to adopt the Sustainable Development Goals, and 2 years ago, it proclaimed the Decade of Action until 2030. Humanity's strides towards an inclusive future were held back by COVID-19. Yet, ironically, it was the very pandemic that brought home the desperate need for SDGs. Our commitment to action grew stronger. We must move ourselves beyond simply overcoming the crisis to build back better and stronger. If actions that we take together are interconnected, we will deliver without a doubt. First, our commitment to inclusion and mutual prosperity must be immediately put into action now. That action can begin with an equitable access and distribution of COVID-19 vaccines by the international community. At G7, the Republic of Korea made a $200 million pledge to COVAX AMC. As one of the global vaccine hubs, we're committed to making continued endeavors to expand vaccine supply and support. Taking a step further, we stand ready to actively contribute to strengthening international health cooperation at WHO, among others. Second, we must collaborate beyond our borders in responding to the climate crisis. Our planet is getting hotter
Just
faster
as
than anticipated,
you guys
with
think
extreme
that
weather
I only
events
react to
occurring one
BTS,
after another
no,
in every part of the
it's
world.
also educational as a business graduate for me. So even though I do not react to lots of other stuffs, I do watch them in private and I learn from them as a student of business. So it's also very educational for me too, because I'm learning about the economic state, about the state of South Korea during this current situation. So I'm really getting
as a
new
nation
information
that
that I
is growing
didn't
from a
know.
developing to a developed one, thus actively supporting developing countries in their endeavors towards green recovery and carbon neutrality. Third, sustainable development demands that we fully harness the fourth industrial revolution technologies. Digital technologies and infrastructure, however, engender new divides and inequalities at the same time. Addressing the digital gap and inequalities thus presents another challenge of our time. These are the problems that we also encounter in energy transition process. Our digital and green transitions, therefore, must be inclusive and leave no one behind.
마지막으로
Lastly, we must respect our future generations and gather the wisdom for intergenerational coexistence. We must move beyond our differences in ideas and cultures across generations. All generations, as we strive to transcend the boundaries of nationality, race, and gender, to communicate and connect to one another, must recognize that after all, we're part of a global community. For poverty, inequality, climate change, and other crises that remain unresolved by older generations, the voices of future generations must be heard more attentively, as so doing would indeed be a duty asked of the older generations. Fearing change, the older generations have left many problems unsolved, yet the younger generation's sensitivity and capacity for empathy may find us the solutions. We must not forget, in particular, that the future belongs to our future generations.
Of course.
Joining us today are an exceptionally outstanding group of young men who are connecting with the youth across the world, BTS, in the capacity as a special presidential envoy for future generations and culture. Together with BTS, the first ever special envoy from the private sector, I hope today's gathering will serve as an opportunity to mobilize the future generations' goodwill and action towards sustainable development. Guided by the conviction that no one is safe until everyone is safe, the Korean people will join the journey of inclusive international cooperation as your most reliable, steadfast companion, leaving no one behind. Thank you.
예, 이게 이제 제가
So I am going to introduce the next speaker to the podium. Probably the artist that is most loved by people around the world. Who have been designated as the special presidential envoy for future generations and culture. We're going to listen to their story, the BTS.
It's really rare to see such a empty hall in United States, in the United Nations General Assembly, but it is the current situation. They are going to the podium right now. Why do I have to say stadium? It's not stadium, it's a podium. Maybe I want to see them at the stadium performing. They just performed. Oh my god. There they are. Okay. I'm really excited for their speech, and yeah.
Your Excellency Abdullah Shahid, President of the 76th United Nations General Assembly, Your Excellency Secretary General Antonio Guterres, Your Excellency President Moon Jae-In, and distinguished leaders from around the world. It is an honor to be here today, where BTS appointed as special presidential envoys of the Republic of Korea. We're here today to share the stories of
I'm
our future
feeling so
generation.
proud,
Before we
so
came
proud.
here, we asked the young people in their teens and 20s around the world about their past 2 years and about the world they find themselves in today.
I've seen that
Jin will
tweet,
share
guys.
some of the answers we received. Yes, should we take a look? You can feel the good vibes from just looking at these. There were times during the past 2 years when I too felt bewildered and troubled. But still here, we have people who cry out, let's live on, let's make the best of this moment. Because we can't stand still when we are in the ideal time of our lives to take on new challenges. It wasn't as if we could blame anyone, and you must have felt the frustration. Here I'm the same as I was yesterday, but the world changed like we were transported in a flash to a parallel world. I was saddened to hear that entrance and graduation ceremonies had to be cancelled. These are moments in life you want to celebrate.
I
And
have
missing
time
out
for
on
my
them must have
graduation.
been
Hopefully
upsetting.
things get better.
We were heartbroken when our long-planned concert tours were cancelled. And for a while, we yearned for the moments we wanted to make complete. Yes,
Shiga.
it was a time for us to mourn for the things that COVID took away from us. A time to discover how precious each and every moment we taken for granted were. Suga mentioned the precious things we taken for granted, and lots of people answered our question by sharing pictures of their precious moments. Many people showed how they share their moments with nature. I think during these 2 years, they found dear the time they experienced and cared for nature.
I'm sure I did.
Yes, but maybe because we feel an encroaching sense of dread that our time on this earth is limited, we just talked about the things we mourn, and I shudder to think about mourning for the earth. Everyone agrees that climate change is an important problem, but talking about what the best solution might be, that's not easy. It's a topic that's tough to make conclusions about. Yes, it is a tough discussion, but I learned while preparing for today that there are many young people who have an interest in environmental issues and choose it as their field of study. The future is unexplored territory, and that's where we, more than anyone, will spend our time. So these young people were searching for the answers to the question of how we must live that future. So I hope we don't just consider the future as grim darkness. We have people who are concerned for the world and searching for the answers. There are still many pages left in the story about us, and I thought we shouldn't talk like the ending's already been written. Of course, sometimes the world seems stuck in place even if you're ready to go. Sometimes it feels like you've lost your way. There was a time when we felt the same way. I've heard that people in their teens and 20s today are being referred to as COVID's lost generation.
Yeah,
That
I heard that too.
they've lost their way at a time when they need the most diverse opportunities and must try new things. But I think it's a stretch to say they're lost just because the paths they tread can't be seen by grown-up eyes.
Yes,
Yes, take a
absolutely.
look at these pictures.
We are not
Here
lost,
have
we are
many who are
just
trying hard to continue
distracted,
their friendships online in new
maybe.
ways, start learning new things, live healthier lives.
I have started learning new things.
재밌게
Oh,
공부
it's okay,
시작하고
Jimin,
더
don't be
공-
nervous.
These kids are trying to learn new things and
I have learned
trying
new
to
things.
figure
I mean,
new
I
things
stepped
out.
into a new
They
world
don't
by
look lost. They
you,
look like they are
by
finding
having
new
a
paths
channel
and
in
taking on
YouTube.
new
So
challenges. I think that's
yeah,
why instead
it's
of
a
the
big
lost
book for me.
generation, a more appropriate name would be the welcome generation. Because instead of fearing change, this generation says welcome and keeps
Yes, we are
forging
not
ahead.
lost generation,
That's
guys.
right.
We're the welcome
If we
generation.
believe in possibilities and hope, even when the unexpected happens, we will not lose our way, but discover new ones. There will be choices we make that may not be perfect, but that does not mean there will be nothing we can do. That's what I think. What is important are the choices we make when we're faced with change, right? Some of you heard the news that we're coming to the UN, and a lot of you were wondering whether we have been vaccinated. And I'll take this opportunity to say yes, all 7 of us, of course we received vaccinations. The vaccination was a sort of ticket to meeting our fans waiting for us and to being able to stand here before you today. Just like we said in our message today, we too are doing the things that we're able to do right now. Like the vaccinations, efforts are continuously underway to keep this new reality going forward. And I think the day we can meet again face to face is not far away. Until then, I hope we can fill each of our days to the brim with positive energy. We thought the world had stopped, but it continues to
All
move
7
forward.
of them
I
are
believe that every
looking
choice
so
we make is the
handsome,
beginning
standing
of
at that
change, not the
podium.
end. I hope that in this nascent new world, we can all say to each other, welcome. And now, as we look forward to this future, the permission to dance is our message of welcome that we want to share with everyone today.
Oh, the performance was, oh my god. Well, I got to see the performance once again and I love it. Elton John. I'm not gonna cry this time. No. Can we just appreciate the handsomeness of these 7 gentlemen who are performing at the UN General Assembly? Hi. I guess they needed to go there early before all of the leaders went there because they needed to shoot this performance. We don't need permission to dance. It's just a beautiful hall. Yeah. Oh my god. They have worn so many designer clothes like from Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Celine and others. But they are looking much better in those formal suits. You don't need to worry, cause when we fall we know how to land. Talk the talk, just walk the walk tonight. Final information to dance.
And then we can keep the fire alive.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my god, that's so awesome. I do love all the camera work and the transition. Tap, the tap, just like the work tonight. Cause we don't need permission to dance. We don't need permission to dance. Well, I get to see their performance second time in a row, so I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not complaining about it. So yeah, so this was my reaction to the speech of the President Moon Jae-In and the BTS at UN General Assembly. Their speech were really truthful. Their speech were from the heart, and they are hoping for a better future. And yeah, they are concerned that the generation have lost their way because of the pandemic, but it's not that, it's not the matter at all. It's like welcoming a new self, new side of you. Because yes, I also felt lost when the pandemic started, because I was stuck in my home for like almost 2.5 years, and I was starting to lose myself. But I found my way, I found a new way to be myself, and that is YouTube. So I really am thankful for this time to find myself. And yes, we are not the lost generation, guys. We are the welcome generation. We are gonna welcome the new possibility, new future, new environment for the future, and we are not given up, not yet. The vaccines are in work, they are distributing. I have registered myself, and I hope you guys have also too. And it's gonna get better, guys. The situation is gonna be better, and we're gonna have some beautiful time together in the future. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video with me, and I know it's a little bit longer, and I really appreciate that you watched it through, and I'm really thankful for it. And yeah, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, do share, do comment, please subscribe to the channel. It really motivates me to do well in the future with my various reactions video, with my vlogs. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.